So I've decided in this emergency meeting to give you all some generalized life advice. Because it turns out...
Put the ashtray here.
Oh, and it begins.
What begins? Put the ashtray in the middle. We both need it because we're both smoking.
I see.
No, you don't see. This isn't a setup or conspiracy. I don't work for Big Ashtray or a government conglomerate.
All those years pretending to be my brother.
No.
I see.
No, you don't see.
You made me spend calories moving the ashtray because you work for Big Food.
So you're going to eat today, and that's my fault.
Correct. Sorry about my brother's treachery. Anyway, today I've decided to give you all some generalized life advice because it turns out that none of you know anything about anything. You're all very unwise people. You're just floundering through the world like this. Like dummies. And people like me who grew up on the streets will run circles around you, then steal your lunch.
Yeah.
That's what will happen. You'll be standing there with a sandwich.
Yep. Ready to eat.
And I'll be running circles around you, and you'll be like... And then, pow!
Sandwich.
I'll take your sandwich.
True.
And you'll stand there with no sandwich, confused in a daze, like Tristan's mates. So, it is for that reason that I am here, to give you all knowledge. Just little pieces of knowledge you should already know. Little interesting facts and world observations that you should have come to yourself, but you haven't because you're not perspicacious enough and you live in a daze. A daze which is induced by your constant and endless jerking off. You're sitting there jerking off so often, you haven't paid enough attention to anything. So I'm just going to give you some generalized life knowledge.
Yeah, true, because, I mean, when you're not jerking off, you're thinking about when you can next jerk off, what you'll next jerk off to. The amount of calories and energy and brain power that goes into your jerking off is unacceptable.
That's true. You think about it far too often.
Well, maybe I'll watch this porn. Is that you? Is that you? Honestly, look yourselves in the mirror if you're because you're anonymous now. You're just names and numbers in a chat room. But look at yourself in the mirror. You are also a real person, every single one of you. Look at yourself in the mirror and say out loud, what am I going to watch? What kind of porn? Next time I jerk off. Say it to yourself and see yourself through the eyes of me. The contempt, the hatred, the disappointment I would feel in you if that was a thought you actually had. But because that is a thought you actually have, but you think no one knows your thoughts.
I saw a video today that inspired this first nugget of information. So this is 10 life hacks by Tate.
Okay.
If you want to live the best optimum human experience, I'm going to give you all the street knowledge that you never get yourself because you're too scared of life on the streets.
Yep.
And instead of running circles around you and stealing your lunch, I'm going to teach you things. So I saw this video, and it's very important you watch it, and then I explain to you what you can learn from it. Point 1.
I have the worst anxiety, I have the worst OCD in the entire world. Like, I'm on meds for it. But
Oh,
like,
I have OCD too, and I'm on meds for it too.
What meds?
Lexapro.
Prozac.
Cute!
I have the worst anxiety, I have the worst OCD in the entire world. Like, I'm on meds for it.
Now you can see 2 of Tristan's mates there.
I swear, that's 4 minutes. 4 minutes. Nope. 4 minutes of silence.
What's the matter?
Shut up.
Describing what meds they're on. Now here's life hack number 1. For all you men out there, don't date, sleep with, or talk to any woman who's on any kind of med for anything in her brain. No medihos. Now let me explain to you why. Anyone who's on meds for their brain is basically saying they don't have a brain that works. And the problem is, you have enough difficulty as a man getting through to your partner any logic or common sense if her brain does work. If her brain doesn't work, it becomes harder than ever before. And the crazy thing about this is, when your stupid desperate who is so inclined to get his wee-wee wet in this contracepted, medicated female goes through life dating these kind of girls, it is a ticking time bomb until they accuse you of because they are victimizers. They self-victimize. Nobody takes these kind of meds without seeing themselves as a victim. Anyone who takes self-accountability in life wakes up and says, I'm an adult. My situation is my problem to fix, and I'm going to work hard and I'm going to fix it, even if it's difficult, even if I'm happy, even if I'm sad. The people who take meds wake up and go, I don't feel good. It's not my fault. It's my brain's fault. I need some Prozac or Lexicon or whatever that bimbo was talking about. These people are bad people because what they're saying is when something happens in the relationship she doesn't like, it will never be her fault. It will never be her own actions. It'll be you doing it to her. And then, by extension, she's probably going to end up going to the cops on your ass. And the cops nowadays are not prudent and astute and professional enough to sit down and say, before you give me this entire spiel about how this person's abusive for whatever reason, are you on medication of any kind? And if they did ask that, and she said, yes, I need pills every day because my brain doesn't work, they wouldn't throw her case out. They'd say, that's fine. She has a condition. That's fine. In fact, he's a worse abuser. He's abused her worse because she has problems and he's taken advantage of her. So psychos who need pills to function, how many minutes you got left? Minute and 22 seconds. Psychos who need pills to function can accuse you of things. And instead of the police saying, well, this person's not a reliable testimony, it's not a reliable statement, instead, they'll take it and weaponize it against you further. So any woman who needs pills to not be suicidal or needs pills for whatever other stupid, pills to sleep, pills to breathe, knows why they're taking pills. Stay away from them. They've got a dangerous mindset and they're gonna be trouble. The pussy ain't worth it. It's really not worth it. I know you're like desperate and you really want to get your wee-wee wet and you have very few options. But stay away from women on any of this kind of medication because there's going to be a day you regret it. And when you go to court and say, you know, I know hundreds of men who went through breakups. And every time they went through a breakup, they never said I was a victim of anything. They just said it didn't work. But every single time this woman breaks up from her man, she's a victim of something for some reason. Isn't that strange? And why is she on all these medications? She's taking so many pills. Do you really trust her? Her lawyer will stand up and say, you see, Your Honor, he doesn't respect the medical conditions. He doesn't respect her OCD. He doesn't respect that she's a pony, a unicorn. Doesn't respect her gender. He's a misogynist. Put him in jail. That's what they're going to do.
Okay, I'm back.
Oh, thanks for coming back. I was just talking about your mates. So, stay away from these kind of women. Anyone who's medicated as a chick, stay away from them. In fact, you should stay away from medicated people in general because of what I said earlier about the fact that they don't take responsibility for anything. Everything is someone else's fault, wasn't their fault. Would you want a member of staff, even a man, who needs pills so he doesn't want to shoot himself? Or he needs pills because he has OCD. I have OCD. What does that mean? I'm obsessed with what? Jerking off. Okay, you jerk your dick all day long. And if you take pills, you sometimes stop because it goes limp. Yeah, here's a job. Who hires these people? Anyone who is on any kind of pills for anything, I don't talk to. I don't want them near me. I don't talk to them. Call me a terrible person all you want. That's one of the great things about being rich. You have choice. I have choice who I date. I have choice who I hire. And I ostracize all of these people who cannot function because you know why? Let me have a sip. Oh, 1 second. Get the cups at topg.com. If my life is more difficult than theirs, and I promise you it is, and I'm not taking pills, why the f*** am I going to hire someone or associate with someone who's pussying out about life with an easy life, popping pills all day? It's a bad attitude. So all of these people, stay away from them. Stay away from them all. I don't want to throw shots and cause internet beefs, etc. But I lost a lot of respect for Jordan Peterson when he ended up addicted to antidepressants. You talk about mental models and mind work and clean your room, whatever, as if you don't have a girl to clean your room. Duh. That's the Andrew Tate version of Jordan Peterson. Get your woman to clean your room. Top G. Anyway, then you're addicted to meds and crying all the time and suicidal. Like, bro, stay off this. It's all poison for your mind. Stay away from it. Stay away from people who take it. So if any of you are watching this, and there's 30,000 of you, so there must be some of the girls you're dating are on some kind of medication for something. That is trouble waiting to happen. Let them take their trouble and their pussy to some other guy.
Thanks. Thanks, bro. Thank you. This is my anti-jerk-off aproxylin. Yeah?
Yeah.
This is my sad feelings atopoblin.
Correct.
And this is my Hozak, because I can't get laid and I'm sad about women. Yes?
Exactly.
These are my pills, yes?
Yes.
These are my meds for today. Thank you. Andrew doesn't know I take these. It was kind of rude for you to interrupt the emergency meeting by giving me these. Andrew's not aware that I'm on all these meds. But thank you very much.
Welcome.
Next time, bring them to me in private.
Of course.
Pass me a water.
You don't take meds.
What do you mean I don't take meds? My anti-jerk-off aproxylin.
You don't take meds. Why are you pretending you take meds? We've never taken meds for anything. Ever.
My mood has changed. Andrew, I'm sorry for getting mad at you that you're calling people my mates. I'm now in a good mood. Sorry, my brain wasn't working.
Okay, so avoid medicated people, avoid medihos. And you know what? It's scary because like 40% of women are on this now. And they're loopy. Add in contraception and they really go crazy.
Oh, this one makes my not work.
They're vitamin pills.
What are you talking about? Are you belittling my medical conditions? My meds are necessary for the functioning of my brain. Okay. Without them, I would be sad. And you, to mock me live on the internet for taking my anti-jerk-off aproxylin.
Okay, whatever. Stay away from medihos. Guys, this is very important because all these women are taking this. And they're all constantly victims of everything. Everything bad that happens is not their fault, and they're all on pills. Stay away from this. That's the first bit of life advice from Tate. There's 10 life hacks. That's the first one. Second one. I tweeted something the other day.
I can talk to you now.
Oh, you can talk to me?
Yeah.
Because your meds allow you to talk to me, even though I tell everyone that they're your mate.
Yeah, because here's the thing. When you say these people's brains don't work, it's not my fault, it's my brain's fault. As a person with a bunch of medical conditions who takes meds, listen. The science may say, sorry, the fascists may say things like, but your brain's just part of your body. It isn't, Andrew. It's my brain's fault. If I steal, I can blame my hand. And if I'm I can blame my brain. If I'm gay and need meds. And I, as you all know, need meds. You've all seen it live on the internet. It is beyond all reasonable doubt because everything we put on the internet is 100% true. And that's why we have to go to court and defend ourselves for jokes we made online 9 years ago.
Genuine question. Would you trust a judge or a lawyer or a pilot who's on antidepressants? Or has an OCD problem and takes some random pill for OCD or for anxiety? Oh, I'm your pilot. Hello, welcome to Anxiety Airways. I'm your pilot, so just buckle in. But if anything bad happens and I get a little bit anxious during turbulence, I need pills. Otherwise, I have a mental breakdown and pee my pants. Buckle up. It's all you.
It is. I actually, have peed my pants already. Alex was late with my meds.
There's a huge percentage of lawyers, judges, pilots, doctors, surgeons on these meds. Welcome to the world. The world's There's a whole bunch of people you need and you rely on who are taking a bunch of mind-altering drugs because if they don't, they pee their pants.
Yeah, brothers, business partners, podcast hosts.
I'm going to get you back. Thanks. I'm getting you back with the only medicine I've ever needed in my life that matters. Fire blood. The true man's medicine. The medicine of the real man. You can take all the meds you want. Fire blood is the only medicine any real man has ever needed.
Was it prescribed to you by a corrupt doctor who gets extra bonuses if it's given to his patients?
No, it wasn't.
Well, then how can you trust it? Oh, you don't trust medical science.
No, I don't trust
You don't trust medical science. So you're saying that you could trust fire blood even though it wasn't prescribed to you by a doctor who's in bad health anyway, who gets a financial bonus from giving you that supplement. How can you possibly trust that stuff? You're crazy. You need meds.
Get your fire blood at topg.com. It tastes absolutely disgusting, but it's got 7,000 or 8,000% of every vitamin you need because you're a man. You don't care what it tastes like. There's my meds. Next woman who says to me, I've got OCD and anxiety. I'm going to say, drink this.
Here's my meds.
Drink your...
Tobacco proxolin.
Have a cigar, have a coffee, and drink some fire blood. Then clean my room. Message Jordan Peterson, let him know it's done. Nerd. I've had enough of this. Stay away from medihos. First thing. Next. Tweet something. Talk about these girls on contraception. 2. Contraceptihos.
Contraceptihos. Make sure you get the correct spelling. Contracepti. I think it's got 3 Y's. Contracepti. 3 Y's.
It's with an I, actually.
Oh, it's an I.
CONTRACEPTI hose. Contraceptihos.
Contraceptihos, yeah.
Your sperm, which you're wasting because you just jerk off into a tissue, can create beautiful life and can create beautiful children.
It can.
You're spending all your money and all your time running around restaurants in Miami trying to get the opportunity via thousands of your dollars you've earned to waste your sperm, dumping it into some contracepted female who backtalks you and wouldn't give a shit for more than 5 minutes if you went to jail.
Okay.
Stop. It's gay. A lot of people don't understand that there's a lot of gay ways to have sex with a girl.
Oh, yeah, you can have gay sex with women.
All the time.
All the time. In fact, most gay sex that happens is between men and women.
And people are like, oh, yeah, but it's a girl. But it's gay.
It is gay.
She's loaded with chemicals so she cannot reproduce. She doesn't give a shit about you. You spend all your money on her. And she's like, I want to have sex for fun. And you're just dumping your sperm to die. Your soldiers, your heroes, dumping them to die in the lifeless void of her puss.
Let me ask you a question. If you live in the desert, okay, and you spend thousands of dollars on seeds and fertilizer, and then you spend months plowing the desert sand and planting fruits, are you really a farmer? Or are you just mixing seeds with sand? Are you, in fact, A, a farmer, or B, because I think you're and you'd be wasting diesel for your tractors, seed, energy, calories, manpower, just to mix the seeds with sand, and nothing happens. You are not a farmer, my friend. You're a jackass.
If you're having sex with a woman, there should at least be a possibility of pregnancy.
A possibility.
Maybe it happens, maybe it doesn't.
Gamble with the pull-out method.
Whang.
Is what it is.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Because children are a blessing from God, and you'll never regret any children you get. Every time you get a child, you'll always be glad you have that child. So, going into these barren wastelands, these expensive barren wastelands, you're at Burning Man. You're walking around Burning Man. It's been 3 days. You're such a dipshit. You spent all your money to go there thinking, I saw 4 hot girls on Instagram at Burning Man, scantily dressed. This is going to be full of girls. And then you go and you see it's full of dudes looking for the same 4 girls. So you're one of them and you're walking around. And you're very lucky by some freak accident, by some absolute twist of fate. As you walk out of the drug tent, you manage to see one of the very few attractive females standing there by herself.
Okay, now she's standing there dehydrated, high on ecstasy,
With a hairy pussy.
with fake extensions in her hair,
And she's dancing.
and she's only had 1 bucket shower in the last 3 days.
And you go up to her and say, hey, that's great dancing.
Would you like to have sex with me?
And she goes, okay. So then you go and you walk through the mud for 45 minutes to find a tent. And you take off her clothes and you ignore her BO and you dump your sperm, which can create beautiful life, into her barren, lifeless pussy. Then what you do is you go and tell your friends you did it. Hey guys, I got this really hot girl at Burning Man. I just came out the tent. She was there. I went up to her. I just said, hey, that's nice dancing. I just got her back to the tent. Bam, bam. I banged her. You're gay.
Yeah, you're gay.
That is gay.
Gay sex. You just had gay sex. Congratulations. Get an AIDS test.
Because you're a That's the gayest sex I've ever heard. There's no chance of life. There's no chance of babies. If you go to jail the next day and she somehow gets the memo, she won't give a shit. Why are you sleeping with a girl who won't care if you go to jail? Because eventually, if you have any kind of opinion, you're going to go to jail. She needs to at least write to you. She ain't writing to you. What purpose is she? Stay away from these women who can't have kids. They're full of contraceptives. They're barren, lifeless, and they want sex. They want your energy, like vampires. I'm horny. Oh, you're horny. Where's my kids? What do you mean you're horny? What are we having sex for what? Exercise? What is this, gay? This is gay.
Yeah, it's gay.
I want to have sex, I want to have sex, I want to have sex. If you want to have sex so bad, get off the pill.
Yeah, jujitsu with men, where you're rolling around on the floor with men, is far better and less gay exercise than having hard sex with a woman who you can't get pregnant from. At least you're learning to fight. It's something.
Okay.
It's less gay. Jujitsu, shirtless jujitsu with men on the floor, isn't gay. But having sex with a girl at Burning Man who has UTI and STDs and contraceptive pills in her blood and ecstasy in her system is very gay. Very gay. Remember that. You can have gay sex with women. There should at least be a chance that life is created from sex.
So avoid that.
Yeah, don't be gay.
Number 3. The world needs to urgently and quickly stop giving random babies to gay dudes.
Yeah.
I don't know how this became a thing.
Okay.
I don't know whose baby this is, but I really think that my advice to you at home is to not encourage or pretend this is ever normal or okay. Whose baby is that?
Yeah, because I've had babies. Well, babies have been had that I have fathered. I fathered babies, right? Not for 1 second did I think, I know what I'll do with this baby. I'll give it to that guy in the dress with the hairy chest.
And his boyfriend.
And his boyfriend. I'm going to give the baby to him. Because I understand there are reasons to give your babies away. People are put up for adoption. Lots of times people they're going to die. You give the kids to the godfather. I understand that some kids are raised by people who aren't their biological parents, and that's a great thing. And there are a lot of people who foster with their wives and taking these children, and it's beautiful. But if you need to give a baby away, don't give it to that dude.
So here's the life advice in this, because the life advice is, if you give an inch, the world takes a mile. That's how it goes. So if you see something that's wrong, just nip it in the bud. We should have nipped it in the bud long ago. We just wanted to get married. We just want equal rights. We just want 7 years later, they're stealing.
We want your baby.
They're stealing everyone's babies. It's out of control. So as a man, my next bit of life advice, so avoid medihose, avoid contraceptihose, because that makes you gay.
Okay.
Let's put this here.
Yeah.
This is homosexual.
Yeah, all those things are gay.
This is gay. Don't be gay. 3. Very important point.
Don't sell your children to gays.
I'll put it as a more generalized point.
Okay, fine.
If you see something which is against your principles, even only slightly, it's still against your principles. It's binary. It's yes or no, black and white. Don't say it's only a little bit against my principles because it's okay. Because once the principles have been broken, it's a sliding scale, which is where we are now. We're sliding into. There's no need for these things to be happening. There's no need for any of this. It doesn't benefit anybody. It's all just insanity on every level. The Western project, the Western experiment is collapsing in real time. So you need to stand on your principles instantly, because if you give an inch, they will take a mile. That's very important.
I'd actually argue, hear me out, that if all social media didn't exist, if you imagine life in the 1940s, barely anyone has a telephone. When you're in your house, you're just in your house. And when you're in public, you're in public. And you don't meet people. When you're in your apartment, you have no contact with the outside world. I would argue that these dudes wouldn't want your babies if they couldn't show them off on the internet.
Oh, yeah, it's a flex.
If these dudes just lived with their boyfriend in their house, they wouldn't want your screaming, pooing baby in their house. They want it so they can show the internet they have it.
Next piece of life advice. Guys, I grew up on the street. Is very important. This is a very important one. Don't cook anymore. I'm tired of seeing all you broke dudes cooking. You know, there's this weird thing on the internet. Like, I guess I'm in the conservative red pill alpha male space of Twitter. And you see all these dudes and like, I just cooked a real steak. Like, I just cooked a man's steak. Cooking a steak does not make you a man. It's gay. Cooking is probably the lowest ROI activity that anyone can engage in. You should only cook if you're already a millionaire and extremely boring.
Yeah.
So that you're the kind of boring person who enjoys making food, but you're already so rich your time doesn't matter. Because the time you spend shopping, buying food, preparing food, cooking food, cleaning up after yourself is enough money, is enough time to literally become financially free.
Yeah.
And you're doing that 3 times a day.
Every day.
You can order food for cheap. Hasn't got to be unhealthy. You can get rotisserie chicken and a bag of salad for $3 or $4. Done. You can ask your female to microwave it, quickly eat it as fast as possible, and get back to your lesson inside of the real world. We have lessons all day, every day. You don't have time to be cooking because there's lessons to be taking part in. Why are you cooking food? The ROI on food cooking is ridiculously low. I don't understand. Every time I see a poor person, like, oh, I'm just going to cook a meal. You're broke. You don't have an hour and a half. You're poor. You don't have an hour. Stop it. Biggest time waste is cooking. You have to sleep and you have to eat, but you don't have to cook. Cut that out. Find a healthy way to get food to you delivered so you can focus on your tasks. And it doesn't make you a real man to do the barbecue. It's just the most pathetic attempt at being masculine I've ever seen. If you're such a tough guy, get in the cage.
Yeah, and me and Andrew actually ate the same thing every day for 6 years. So we practiced what we preach before we had the internet.
Well,
so
that's true. Tell the story. That's true.
I did, and Andrew did, sometimes cook. But here's cooking. Boil rice, fry meat, open cans of peas, and
kidney beans.
Mix it all together in a big pot this big, and for 3 or 4 days, eat it out of the microwave. That was it.
We cook once every 5 days.
Half an hour to make 3 or 4 days worth of food is worth it. The thing is, look, I don't know if all you gays are slow eaters or not. If I had to, I don't know, spend an hour preparing something that would give me 5 hours of joy, I think, okay, that at least makes some sense.
Yep.
But there is not a meal alive, and this is a challenge to any of you cooking gays on the internet. I will fly you here, and if you can cook a meal in less time than it takes me to eat the meal, I'll agree that the ROI might be there. But there is not a meal you could prepare in any amount of time that I can't eat in 1/5 of the time. An hour and a half of this, and I'm a fast eater. It will be 48 seconds of this. What the fuck are you doing?
And you're doing it because I guess you want to exercise some creative juices of some type, which should be used towards making money, or you want to assert your dominance and your competence to the people in your house or your woman and show that you're capable, which should be used for making money. It's just a pathetic attempt at, I'm the man, I do the barbecue. You're gay. You're gay. Go in the cage and fight, then get out the cage and get rich. Stop around cooking at a barbecue. You're not a tough guy. It's all gay. Cooking, whenever I see a broke person come to me and say, what's your number one advice to not get rich, to not be poor anymore, and I want to become rich, I say, stop cooking because you're wasting way too much time. Give that up. 4, don't cook anymore.
No, cook bros equal gay.
Cook bros equals gay. Yeah, we'll write that down. Next, a logical extension. Live with men you're in competition with. If you're in competition, oh wait, I found a video of your girlfriend.
I'm not talking to you for 2 minutes. My meds have worn off.
Take your meds.
No, 2 minutes.
We need you on the show. Take your meds.
No.
your meds.
2 minutes.
Take your meds.
Bye.
That was a video of Tristan and his mate standing around looking at his girlfriend that he eventually managed to sleep with. Congratulations. Just saying. Live with men you're in competition with. So, you and your friends need to have friendly competition at all times. Now, you dorks at home probably already have banter with your friends. But here's how you gay men do it. You go up to your friend and you go, hey, bro. Hey, Tony. Yeah, do you watch the game? Probably not. Your TV's not as big as mine. Huh? Because you're just a bunch of homos. No. You need to meet your friends. And you need to have banter and competition around things that matter. Who's got the most money? Who's worked hardest? Who's discovered XYZ? Crypto, stock, new way of generating income. Who's trained that day? Who has the most children? Put some actual competitions together that matter and start competing and being around people because you are the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Everybody knows this. So why don't you get some genuine metrics that will improve your life? You won't have time to stand around cooking meals if you're friends with somebody who works out for 3 hours a day, for example, because you're going to need to find 3 hours a day to train to beat him, which means you're going to have to just eat that rotisserie chicken as you do squats like a man should, or drink your fire blood, and there, you have everything you need. Fire blood, rotisserie chicken, bam, done. You don't have time for this cooking. It's gay. Live with men you're in competition with. This is ultra important because you can measure yourself against your circle. If Tristan comes downstairs and says, I've done 1,000 push-ups, I will do anything it takes to do 1,001 just to annoy him. Because I know that he then has to do 1,002. Him off is worth it. It's always worth it. And that's why you need to have that kind of competition. Now, you and your friends sit around and laugh and have competition about, I don't know, sports teams or Drake or I don't know what the you people are doing. Burning Man, you're a bunch of losers. Get your act together. Get some genuine metrics, things that matter. And once they're all put together, you're going to live in a naturally competitive environment, which is going to increase your testosterone level. It's going to prevent you from doing a lot of dumb shit. So, Tristan, can you please write on the board, live in competition? Tristan's on protest because I busted him and his mates. And the competition one's great, you know, because you can apply it to everything. For example, I could have a competition with with Tristan, with my brother or the other guys I live with. Whose girlfriends are on the least medication? I win. 0. Whose girlfriends are not full of contraceptives with dead pussies? You know? Who's the most stubborn when it comes to their principles to the point they get dragged to a jail cell? Well, it's close between me and T on that. We'll ride to the end. Who spends the least time cooking? Well, it's going to be hard to beat my record of 0 minutes. 0 minutes a day. Someone bring me food. And a female or a member of staff complies instantly. I ain't got time for that.
You know who loses this most time cooking? Your mate, Bailey. You know why?
Cunt!
He uses the microwave, doesn't he? If I have steak from yesterday in the fridge and I'm hungry, I'm having cold steak.
We ain't got no time to waste.
Bailey's Mr. Microwave.
Is he?
3 minutes.
3 minutes!
I know! And it's pathetic. It's embarrassing.
Fucking hell. No wonder he'd ever get ahead in life. No wonder he's so short. His neck ain't gonna grow if you're standing in front of the microwave getting your balls radiated.
Yeah, I think his neck is thin because the radiation from the microwave irradiates his face and gets skinny neck.
I want my food warm,
microwave neck. Whereas the cold steak going down my throat builds the muscles of my neck and traps.
It's not even about the temperature. It's about the fact that just give me the fucking steak. I'm hungry. I'll eat it in 33 seconds and I can continue with my life. Who gives a shit? Anyway, cooking annoys me because all these tough guys on Twitter talk about cooking and none of them are tough guys. They're losers. Do you know the thing about Twitter when you're as famous as me? I've got 9.2 million followers, blah, blah, blah. I see all these Twitter accounts and they're all insignificant compared to me and they're all nobodies. And they all talk tough. And I just remember during COVID seeing them all wear masks and talk about the vaccine. They're all full of shit. Everyone on the internet's full of shit besides us, T.
True.
There's a reason why we're the most famous men on the planet. Every single one is full of shit. You name somebody, oh, this guy's good. They're all full of shit. They all cuck during COVID. They all sit around cooking their meals and getting pegged by their wives. It's gay. Anyway, more life advice, because I've got loads. Carry a sword when you need to make important decisions. Now, I did a Tate speech on this. Let me find the clip from the Tate speech if I can. About why it's important you should have a sword. Because a sword allows you to be as brave as possible when making decisions. And I think that it allows you to have some clarity, some masculine clarity. So next time you're sitting around your house and you're thinking, what should I do? Pick up a sword while you think about it. Let me explain my point of view here. If every man on earth walked around with a sword, then when the females who have been emotionally manipulated try and manipulate the men won't listen. That will make the female have more respect for the man. The frame will change. The female's mind will start to naturally align with the worldview of the male. And most of the issues of the world, when it comes to liberalism or any of this crazy, you can name anything, would basically go away. We can fix this. It can all be fixed. You just need to carry a sword around your house. That's all you gotta do. And then all the emotional ploys, it won't work. You're a full-grown man, you're sitting there, you're watching the news. They're saying something, whatever they're saying. It's good that you don't eat meat, climate change, and you're sitting there with a sword. That's what I do. Climate change, don't eat meat. Fuck off. Tell me what to do. I eat what I want, I got a sword. You ain't telling me what to do. You sit there without a sword. This is you. No cigar, no sword, nothing. Is that you? That life you live? That's who you want to be as a man? Please understand that the propaganda machine uses emotional manipulation because females are susceptible to it. They've then weakened males on purpose. They've weakened you so that when the female gives her opinions, which are not original, they're not well thought through, they're not perspicaciously derived. No, they were told to her by a manipulative machine, which is interested in creating slaves. And when she repeats those opinions to you, you sit there and go, yeah, okay. Well, you know, you said we would have sex last month. Do better. And stage one, the first step to fixing Earth and fixing your miserable life is to walk around your house with a sword. So the point I'm making here is a meta point. It's a larger point, and I'm trying to explain to you that the reason most of your lives suck is because you don't take the brave choice. Taking the brave choice allows you to basically win all of the time because God loves the brave and the courageous. The reason your lives are is because you've been cowards all of the time. So let me give you an example. Pass me the sword if you wouldn't mind, old friend. Thank you. So let me give an example. Tristan, please ask me if I should get the COVID vaccination.
Hey, Andrew, everyone's getting this COVID vaccination. I think you should get the COVID vaccination with me.
Well, I do have other vaccines, and all in all, they've been pretty successful. And I guess the medical industry is designed and pretty good at keeping people alive. We can't argue that more people would die without hospitals than with hospitals. And COVID is a new disease, and it's impossible to know how dangerous it is. Perhaps I should get the COVID vaccine. Now ask me again.
Hey, Andrew, everyone's getting this COVID vaccine to prevent COVID. I'm thinking of going to get it. You want to get it with me?
Fuck your vaccine. Bruh, vaccine? I'm from the streets. Vaccine? You think I'm scared of vaccine? I've been dodging bullets, bruv. I've got a sword. Fuck them. If COVID wants to come to my house. Do you understand? Let's try it again.
Okay, I'm going to try again. Don't worry. I have other questions. Hey, Andrew, there's this girl who I know, a friend of one of my girls. She really wants to hook up with you. She's on contraceptive pills.
Nice. Great. So I can just have sex with her. I can get my pee-pee wet.
Yeah, she's really hot.
And all my sperm will just die. And I can just have sex with her.
It'll be fun.
And then she'll tell me how good I am after I put all that energy in. And I can do that instead of making money and seeing my friends.
Exactly.
Wow. And she's pretty?
Very. Hey, Andrew, my girlfriend has this friend who's really hot who wants to have sex with you. She's on contraceptive pills.
I have no interest in having sex with these females unless I breed them because I need sons. It is my interest only to expand my dynasty and my bloodline so that the future Matrix has to deal with the Andrew Tates of 2030, 2040, and 2050. I must have a lineage of warriors who are unafraid of slavery. I have no interest in her dead pussy or her and tell her the chance of me taking her on a date to sit there and listen to her crap about astrology so I can dump my perfect sperm into her dead puss is 0.
One more. Hey, Andrew, I'm really hungry. What are we having for dinner tonight? I think together you and I should prepare a delicious meal.
Oh, yeah, I saw this Jamie Oliver clip. It was great. And what you do is you get the onions, and then you peel the onions, and then you cut the onions, and then you cry a little bit. And then after the onions are cut, you get the garlic, and then you peel the garlic, and then you cut the garlic. In about 2 hours, we'll have about 6 minutes worth of nutrition.
Sort. Hey, Andrew, I'm hungry. For dinner tonight, I'm thinking you and I hit the kitchen and prepare a meal for us, for ourselves.
Gay? Get a woman to do it. There's all these now. Tell them to cook. Order something. What the fuck to do? What do you mean prepare a meal? Meal's already prepared. Sandwich!
So do you see how this works, ladies and gentlemen? And you could be from anywhere in the world. Maybe not a sword, but any type of weapon. How do you feel on that day? Katana, mace, you know? Something old school. A musket, maybe. But still, the principle's the same.
If you walked around your house with a musket, you'd make better decisions.
Musket with a bayonet. I don't know. Hey, Dad, today that the school teachers said that I might be non-binary.
Revolution time! You need to have your weapons, because then you'll finally do the right thing. So you should have a sword with you all the time, and your whole personality will change. You might finally be a man. You might finally stop jerking off. It's extremely important.
Yeah, well, you know what? Because a lot of the important questions aren't asked by your brother or friend. They're asked within your own mind. I'll give you an example. I wake up 7 a.m. I went to sleep at 7:01, minus 1 minute sleep.
Jake.
Oh, I'm quite tired. Do I get up and train or do I go back to sleep? Would the Knights Templar, the Crusaders, go back to sleep? Where's your sword next to your bed?
Okay, exactly. You wake up and you're tired. Imagine this. Okay. You wake up. I'm tired. I want to close my eyes. I'm tired like a baby.
And your squire hands you your sword.
It's done. You're awake now.
So here's another one. You're walking around. I'm feeling horny. Maybe I should go to P-O. I'm feeling horny. You have a sword? No, you got Count of Monte Cristo it. Go out and seduce some women like a man, some non-contracepted women.
No medihose. You do the right thing. It's actually an amazing point because you and I, not many people know this about us, we have a problem with napping.
Yeah.
We're anti-nap.
That's the one thing we'll bully each other for.
If anyone catches the other one having a nap, they get bullied. I'm tired like a baby, and no one have my nap because I'm tired like a baby, and babies are tired, and my eyes are tired. I want to be like a baby.
Pick up the sword and do that again.
I can't.
You can't.
I can't fucking do it. I can't do it. I'm holding a sword. Next time you're tired, pick up a sword. You'll never be tired ever again. You'll never sleep again. This is the thing. Naps are so important because people are always napping. And they're like, sleep's really important for your cognitive and your muscles. If that's so true, how come you sleep more than me? I sleep 4 hours a day. I'm built like a tank. I beat at you and I'm smarter than all of you and I'm richer than all of you. Why are you sleeping so much if it hasn't helped you at all?
Yeah.
Clearly you're just lazy. And you think, oh, I'll just have a nap. How do you even sleep? I can't even sleep. I've got too many things in my mind, too many problems to solve. You're sitting there sleeping away, jerking off like a loser. And you should bully all your friends for napping. Because you know who takes naps? Babies. Babies love naps. So next time you see your friend napping, say, oh, you know, I know someone else who takes a nap. It's a baby. It's 1 year old. I know this 1-year-old who loves naps. Oh, did you have a nice nap? Especially when you're flying. We caught Justin Waller napping on the plane.
So this is actually an expose, and I guess we shouldn't really out him publicly. But Justin Waller, I'm not saying he's gay, but I've seen him sleeping with men. Or he's tried to sleep with me before. Do you want to go into detail?
Yeah, we were on a plane and we were flying. It was an 8-hour flight.
Private jet.
And we hadn't slept. And we got on the plane like 1 a.m. It was already very tiring. And by now it was like 7 or 8 a.m. our time. And my brother and I are sitting there necking coffees for no reason, just to stare out the window and stay awake because we refuse to nap or sleep in any regard ever, because for some reason that makes you a coward and makes you gay. And then Justin closed his eyes and he was on his chair with his eyes closed trying to sleep. And there was another man on a chair next to him. So it looked like he was sleeping with men.
With men. Well, here's the thing. I was sitting opposite him on the jet. So he was trying to sleep with me, but I didn't want to sleep with him back.
You see? All those times you had a nap on a plane. Oh, on a plane, I'll just have a nap. You were sleeping with a bunch of dudes. How many dudes were on that plane? You had sex with all of them. Get an AIDS test.
Get an AIDS test. You're officially a...
Stop napping. No
car rides. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Not in this outfit.
No.
There's the car ride napping outfit. You're trying to sleep with a man while he's driving? Gay!
Yeah, it's true. You and I drove. We went to
We refused to sleep. We could take shifts and sleep and nap. We can't do it. No one sees us do this. It's to God and ourselves only.
We were in Munich, Germany. We had just tested the Bugatti before our Bugatti turned up.
Yeah.
It was 9 a.m. So 9 a.m. we did the test track. We did all the test things in Germany. We finished about 3 p.m. We went back to the hotel. We had the Porsche outside and we're like, fuck it, let's drive home. And from Munich to Bucharest is about 24 hours. We'd already been driving all day. And we hammered 24 straight hours. No shifts of sleep. The other person who was in the passenger seat stayed awake to play songs. No one was allowed to sleep ever. Sleeping is gay. Napping is gay. We just stayed awake for like 39 hours driving Porsches and Bugattis like heroes. And you're right. None of this is filmed. Nobody knew. It's just me and you saying, if you sleep, you're gay.
You're trying to sleep with me. Look, and I'm sure you slept with your male friends while movies were on. What could be more gay? We watched a movie and slept together. What?
Super gay.
You are gay.
Stop napping. Stop it. No naps.
Forever.
You don't have time for naps. You don't have time to cook. You need to try and get rich. You do not have time for these things. We've explained to you at length how life is going to become basically unlivable for the average man. Our next emergency meeting, we're going to talk about all the things the elites have been saying, because they've been saying it again. They say it very obvious. Yeah, AI is going to replace everyone's jobs. You're going to have no job, no money, no income. You're going to you need to get rich now. And you're like, I'm tired. I'll get rich, but right now I'm tired. Me coach, man. I'm having a nap. I'm tired. You wouldn't be tired if you walked around with a sword, gay boy.
Good. Carry a sword.
Right, one more piece of advice before we do our unfair advantage. Here. This is a nice, boring one. But I want to explain myself because a lot of people might misunderstand me. Let me explain it. Let me, Mr. Producer. Mr. Producer. You don't need drugs. You don't need alcohol. You don't need parties or festivals. You don't need fun. Now, this was during Ramadan, but I want to explain something to you. Fun is the vector from which Satan operates. Every time you look at something which is fun, Satan loves that crap. And women love fun, so he attracts women. We just looked at that Burning Man thing. That girl wants attention. She wants to fit in with the crowd and tell everyone she went to Burning Man. She wants to dress as naked as possible, and she wants fun. So Satan. It's all satanic. Then she does a bunch of drugs, and she goes there. Then you have a bunch of dudes trying to bang her in her dead puss, which, once again, is just satanic. And everyone stands around in the mud doing satanic shit. There's no family to be born. There's no beautiful resistance of enslavement. There's no fight against the matrix. There's no money to be made. You don't retire your mother. You don't help the world. You don't give to charity. You don't become stronger. You don't become wiser. You don't learn anything. It's all just hedonistic, satanic. Next time you think of what is fun and someone goes, guys, come, it'll be fun. Sit there and go, wait. Will it?
You know what was fun for me? Going in jail. That was hilarious. That was loads of fun.
Yeah, because it's an experience. And experiences don't have to be positive for them to be fun. Guys, we're going to cut the Twitter feed. You can find us exclusively on Rumble at Tate Speech. Come over to the Rumble feed so we can finish up. Experiences are unique. Jail was a unique experience. Bunch of fun. Unique. If we
was kickboxing? Were any of your kickboxing fights fun?
No.
Because mine weren't. They were horrible.
Of course. But they had to be done. Because that's what made me top G. Life's not about fun as a man. Life is about doing the right thing because it must be done. Now, there are some things that are fun which can be earned. And there are some things which are fun that you could do which perhaps involve skill. Driving a supercar around a racetrack is fun. It involves skill. You have to be good at what you do. Cool.
You have to have made $250,000 to buy a car at least.
You earned it. But a lot of this fun that is easily accessible to everyone, because not everybody can get a Ferrari on a closed racetrack. I can, you can't, because you're poor.
Yeah, because I'll give you an example. People are going to troll you with back when you used to drink the clips of you going, woo, gin and tonics. Cool. Gin and tonics on that boat that cost us $450,000 a week to rent, okay? That we flew there on a private jet that cost $130,000 for the 2-hour flight, okay? That's peak level appreciating what you've done in life for a few brief moments before waking up the next day, and the part that wasn't filmed, sitting on our laptops on the yacht making more money.
Correct.
Yeah, so you can earn fun, but if you're broke, you're nobody, you're at home, hey, gin and tonics, woo, hey, cigar, you're a clown. That doesn't make you like me.
You do not need fun until you've already reached the highest possible echelon. So this whole idea that you need fun in your life, you don't. What you need is purpose. You need discipline. You need hard work. You need things to do which are going to benefit you and the others around you. You need duty. You need obligations. And you need performance metrics. You need people around you who are going to hold you accountable. You don't need to be waking up thinking about fun. It's fact, it's one of the reasons we stopped talking about Red Pill. And let's actually give him some credit, although he did sleep with men. Justin Waller nailed it when he said...
Justin Waller, although he tried to sleep with men, we stopped him. We stopped him from sleeping with men.
We woke him up.
Right, you're lucky you don't have AIDS, Justin. You're welcome. However... we have got to give him credit. And this was one of the best things I've ever seen on the internet, ever.
A bunch of guys were asking him dating advice, and we've stopped talking about dating advice as well, because these guys were like, hey, how do I get this girl, that girl? And he finally just said the truth.
He snapped.
You're all broke. You're all poor, and all you're asking me about is how to get wet. You have so many problems larger than trying to have sex with women. You're nobodies. You're not important. Nobody knows who you are. You're not physically strong. You're not financially wealthy. You can't protect yourself against a matrix attack. You don't have 10 passports. You're sitting around worried about getting local girl who's been banged 25 times before you by God knows who. You have bigger concerns. And the point he was making is absolutely valid. You're obsessed with this idea of fun. Hey, what are we going to do this weekend? We need to have some fun. Do you? Do you need fun? Do you deserve it? Really? Have you actually gone out there in the universe and made a mark large enough that you're allowed some time off to have some fun? You don't deserve any fun. You don't need fun. You have work to do. Your obsession with fun is holding you back. And the real red pill, the real interesting thing about all of this is that the things you do will never even be fun. These things you think are fun aren't fun.
And you could dive down further and extrapolate on that idea even more, that the things you think I'm boring for are so much more fun than the fun that you think you have. The things me and Andrew have done in our lives, checking your bank balance in your house, not going out, you're not in a club, and seeing $20 million liquid is very fun.
That's right.
Much more fun than anything you could possibly ever do. So, although it wasn't fun to sit around and accumulate that kind of wealth, it's the funnest thing in the universe, in a way.
For a man, your contentment will come from your purpose, and it will come from your competence, and it will come from succeeding objectives. It will come from completing difficult things that other people cannot complete. It will never come from the easily accessible hedonism, which you have confused for fun. If everybody can do it, you shouldn't want to do it. If everybody can go to that concert, you shouldn't want to go. If everybody can go to that club, you shouldn't want to go. If everyone can fuck that chick, you shouldn't want to fuck her. If everybody can go and drink alcohol in this stupid field or whatever else, you shouldn't want to do it. You should only want to do things others can't do. The only fun I have is doing things I know you're not allowed to do. Putting my Bugatti on an A380 and flying it around the world to a racetrack which I've rented out for only me and only my friends to race around cars. You can't do that. I can. That is fun. But if you say to me, Andrew, come to this party, and I say, well, who's there? Everyone. Oh, everyone's there. Does that mean I need to go? Right? It's the event of the century. Ooh, everyone's there. If everyone's there, it's trash because most people are trash. So you need to sit there and go, all right, I'm being asked to do something fun. Who else can do this? And if the answer is everybody, stop.
Because let me tell you something, you also have to look at, if you do believe, if you're a conspiracy theorist and you believe that the world is controlled by a satanic cabal of evil people who want to keep you down and keep you poor and keep you unhappy, what you have to understand is all the legal stuff, all the stuff that they don't stop, illegal or legal, all the stuff that they don't stop is what they want you doing because it holds you back. Because you know what you're not allowed to do in this world? You know what you're not allowed to do? Make any money. No matter what job you do, farmer, technician, CEO, they try to tax as much as you can so you can just about barely live, but you still have to work the machines. You're not allowed to make money. Oh, let's say you do become a millionaire. The fucking IRS hits you with audits out of you and tries to put you in jail. Let's say you are conspiracy, cryptocurrency revolutionary who helps spread the good news of cryptocurrency around the world. And the IRS, even though you're not a citizen of that country, think you made a mistake a decade ago, they'll throw you in jail. So you're not allowed to get rich. Look at me and Andrew. You are not allowed to get rich and have opinions. That's why it's fun. But everyone can, I don't know, do fentanyl. I mean, that's illegal, right? Fentanyl is illegal. You can't have fentanyl. If you or I had fentanyl in this house when it was searched, I'd be in jail. You know who takes fentanyl? Every single homeless person in every single city in the United States. How many go to jail? Oh, 0. Well, everyone does it. Legal or non-legal, that everyone can participate in is encouraged for a reason because they want you to be gay and nothing makes you more gay than fentanyl-driven festivals.
I get a lot of fun from clearing my emails. I clear my emails. I've trained hard that day.
We trained already before this podcast.
We've trained. We've done our emergency meeting. I've cleared my emails. I've made a couple $1 million. I've spec'd a brand new car. I've checked on all the people I love, all the people I care about. I've donated some money to charity via Tate Pledge. My children are fed. Their mothers are taken care of. Everything is in order. Everything is in its proper place. That is fun. If you say to me, Andrew, skip a portion of that organization and professionalism so that we can go and do something that everyone else can do, my answer will be no. That does not sound fun to me. And the fact that you think that's fun shows that you have a severe mental deficiency. Okay. Stay away from it.
Conventional fun equals gay.
Because it is gay. You're only going to find actual fun through purpose. And you're only going to find purpose through exceptionalism. So you need to become the best possible version of yourself in all realms. That's extremely important. The reason you are so unhappy is because you were trying to have fun. You're unhappy because you're trying to have fun instead of trying to become important. They are very different things, and you're never going to feel satisfied in your heart unless you become important. Please imagine.
And being important is fun.
Oh, it's absolutely fun. Please imagine, and I don't state this with arrogance, please imagine for a second you're the most Googled man on the planet. And you're a kickboxing world champion, and you have hundreds of millions of dollars, and you're built like a tank. Imagine how you feel when you look in the mirror. Nothing can match that, and nothing can beat that, especially not a nightclub full of idiots. Also, the fact that Satan is operating in that nightclub. Most of the girls you sleep with are going to hit you with a case or an STD, or they're definitely not going to give you children. There's people in that nightclub who will stab you for nothing, kill you because they're high out of their minds on drugs. You're going to listen to songs you could have listened to at home. All of it is shit. Stay away from all of it. It's very important. And this is the last piece of advice I want to give to people at home. It's an unfortunate reality of the world. But another piece of advice I want you all to have is we're entering a stage where you need to avoid poor people at all costs. I don't want to be an elitist because I was a poor man and I'm now a very rich man. But I have now realized that as the world gets worse and worse, as inflation continues to destroy everybody's wage, as it becomes more and more difficult for anyone to live a life with any kind of respect at all, people are getting more and more desperate. You cannot go on public transport. You cannot go to festivals. You cannot be in crowds. You cannot walk around amongst the poor people anymore because there's too many of them, even if it's only 1%, who are this close to snapping. And once they snap, you don't want to get caught up in that. You can avoid 99.9% of life's problems if you don't fly on Spirit Airlines, you take a private jet, you don't take public transport, your security team drives you in an armored car. You can avoid so many. In fact, you can avoid nearly all of life's problems except for the government coming for you and trying to put you in jail. That's unavoidable. However, if you're amongst the public nowadays, you have a lot of problems coming for you. So another piece of advice I'll give you all is when someone gives you an opportunity or you're looking at something that involves a lot of public, think heavily because it's really not worth it. Right, guys, we're going to go into all of these points. We're going to talk about all of them at length during our unfair advantage. If you don't know what the unfair advantage is, after every emergency meeting, we do an exclusive broadcast only to the real world. If you sign up to the real world and you're one of the students, it's going to come live inside of the platform. It's our own custom platform built exclusively for us. Nothing is matrix controlled. And we do an emergency meeting after the emergency meeting called Emergency Meeting Unfair Advantage, where we discuss this emergency meeting and describe how you can use every point that we have made, particularly for making money. Everything in the unfair advantage is about making money. So all the points we made today, you will tell you how to apply them towards money making in the unfair advantage inside of the real world. That's going to be starting in about 10 minutes. So if you want to sign up to the real world, you can sign up at cobratate.com. You can join there and you will see the stream. In the meantime, I thought it'd be very funny to play a video of Tristan's mates all in a row. Tristan and his mates all in a row.
I won't do the unfair advantage.
You will.
No, I'm still silent during the unfair advantage.
Okay, but admit this is funny.